Hi, welcome to my Mad Mazda Mini. Alright, it's got an rx7 FC 3S Turbo 2 engine installed in it. I'll get to that section. I'm just going to walk you around on bits. Right, we've got 15-inch 100 pluses, no curb damage on any one of them and stuff like that. They're a bit dirty, but that's about it. Good tyres all round. You got front discs on the front end. You got rear discs on the back end, which is the Ford Sierra XR4i limited slip diff back axle in place. You've got a really nice fat intercooler on the front and the radiator there. You can see I've had to extend the car from there. That's where it finishes. That's where I've had to extend it to. It's only about that distance. Hang on, get my hands right so you can't see. Yeah, oh well. But not a fat lot. About 9 inches, 10 inches extension on the front end. All right. I've made the manifold for it, which is sitting there with the turbo all in place, and the exhaust manifold goes down and around and along into a white section underneath the back end. All the intercooler pipe work's in place, all the oil lines are in place, all the waterworks are in place, fuel lines are in place, fuel in it and stuff like that. There's one or two wiring things to be left to be done on it. Currently I've got no power going to the coils, so there's no sparking at the moment, but that should be pretty much sorted out sometime soon. What can I say? It's got dump valves in there. Where is it? There you go. It's got a sequential dump valve in place. A lot of stuff just needs tidying up, sorting out, you know, trimming a bit of wires here and there just to make things a bit more spacious on it. It's got extra clock there, illuminates up, whole host of switches and stuff like that. They've yet to be done, because I was going to add the nitrous system to it, 100 shot NOS. Dash is just fiberglass. I've just basically concocted that together in order just to have everything in place, in which case then at a later stage I was going to put a much better one in there. Bucket seat, believe it or not, that was actually brand new when I put it in, but it's just been ragged around in my garage. That's all there. Bits of steel and stuff like that. There's the rear arches on that section there. That's all been fabricated by myself. There's an actual metal mesh interior skin on that, fiberglass over, and then with a light skim of the filler over the top and all in place. We've got a Mazda FDS spoiler on the top of the roof. It's been partway resprayed and stuff with the black gloss, because I wanted to put the DMA paints, hologram crystals and stuff to it. Have a look at that, because it really is a nice paint job on it. There's the back seats all in place. There's a decent tube going from one side to the other, welded in there. It's all properly seam welded all over everything on it. I had to extend, well, basically I chopped the entire arse end out of it to refabricate all the box section and the plate steel to hold the back axle in place. As you know, the back end's got disc brakes on it with the XR4i. Here is the rear exhaust system down there. It's got the holes in place for the flamer kits on both of these. Okay, sticking out. I was going to jap slash them off at an angle to make them a bit more legal, but there's the back axle there with the 2-to-1 white piece. There's the springs. It's all properly sealed and stuff underneath. One or two little jobs to be left to be done underneath there. It's just touching up. Got the BMW Mini rear lights sat in the back of the boot. Just got to put some new bolts in place to hinge it out properly. Battery's there situated. It's good battery in place. There we've got the petrol tank, which was off a Austin minivan, which I've reshaped and move the petrol cap to the inside of there, so everything's all nice and flush on the outside. That just needs a locking cap to go on top of it. There's an external fuel pump down there. It's a little noisy. Personally, I'd change it for something else a bit quieter, or it just needs boxing in and soundproofing a bit. You've got the emissions canister up the top there for the air. You've got a really big fat fuel filter up the top there. Let's just put this down here. All this lot's in place. Here's the other arch over here, which you can see. Second wheel there. They just need a good clean. I've got two ECUs. I've got the standard one, which is in place just behind there, and I've got the HKS Fuel Cut Defender, and underneath that is the Night Sports Racing ECU, which all piggybacks together. So basically you can unplug the other one out and replace it with that one. That one is chipped, which is a bit more powerful. That's the gearbox, all in place there. The guy that I bought the other RX7 from had the engine not long rebuilt, and the gearbox as well. As far as I'm aware, I think it was Hurley Engineering or one of the well-renowned RX7 rotary specialists. Apparently the engine's only got maybe 1,500 miles on it, maybe a little bit more than that, before he front planted it into a bollard, writing off his front end, and then constantly leaving it sat for a long while until I come along and I bought it off him, in which case then I've basically just stripped everything out of it and plonked it all straight into here, colour coded it up a little bit as I tidied it up and stuff like that. I do have the bonnet for it, which is sat underneath my bench, which just needs a little bit of custom fabrication to it to make it fit in place. Like I said, the arch on this side needs doing. Could do with some nice little side skirts on there. I've got all the glass, which is tinted proper stained glass. It's not like your cling film over the top of the glass. It's sat. I've got the doors over here. Got the doors there. I purchased some Lambo style door hinges, which I was going to fabricate and put into place, but where they are I just don't know. They've just gone, vanished. I was going to stick that on it, but currently I don't have any hinges for the doors at the moment, but the thing ain't that much. What can I say? In order to get this thing actually up and running and driving around, I've got the RX7 prop shaft and the Ford Sierra prop shaft coupling, which just need to be balanced and welded together. I'd done at a specialist so that way it's nicely balanced and stuff. It could do with steering rack plonking in place. You'll need the track rod ends adjusted. One side will need slightly lengthening, the other side will need slightly shortening. As that would sort the steering rack out. The clutch slave cylinder could do with replacing because it's a pretty damn stiff. That's a Pacific kit car clutch cylinder there, which does the job, but the accelerator's all in place. What else to say about it? That's basically it. I've got the interior roof lining and stuff like that. I've got other odds and sods that will be going with the car. I'm not just going to, you know what I mean, have your cash and run, as so it's supposed to, so to speak. I would like to be involved with it getting finished, with possibly a buyback option on it at some point. You know, because I've spent years on this, having it, and getting around to doing it, and I really don't want to part with it because I wanted to see it through to being finished. But that's the Mini. I hope you can appreciate how much work has gone involved in this, putting it together, and the fact that it really doesn't need a fat lot left to finish it off. I've got rx7 spares, MR2 spares, Toyota Hilux spares, Fiat Ulysses spares. So, you know, give us a shout if you want any of those bits and bobs. And all the best. Alright, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-da.